Ladies and gentlemen, all right, so you say you want change. You say you want something different, something better, something real in your life. You're tired of the old patterns, the old ways, the same old stories that play out again and again. But let me ask you, have you taken a real step toward that change? Have you done more than just dream about it? Because dreams are powerful, yes, but without action, they're just ideas. Without movement, without that leap, dreams don't lead to change, they lead to regret. They lead to what if they lead to empty stories, repeated words, and lost opportunities. And I know you don't want that. I know you don't want to look back someday and wonder what could have been. Action is the foundation of change. Without it, dreams remain unfulfilled and turn into regrets. Think about this for a moment. How many people have dreams they never pursue? How many people wake up every day with a vision of what they want to achieve, yet never take a single step toward making it a reality? This is the gap between what we imagine and what we accomplish, and the difference is always action. Dreams are powerful. They're the spark that ignites our desire for a better future. But without action, they're like seeds that never see the light, lying dormant, waiting for something that will never come on its own. Dreams without action are promises we make to ourselves but break every day we don't take a step toward them. Action isn't just about grand gestures or monumental changes overnight. Often it's the smallest decisions, the tiniest steps that lay the foundation for something extraordinary. Each action, no matter how small, is a message to ourselves, a statement that we're committed to change. Every step forward, no matter how uncertain or hesitant, builds confidence. Each small victory brings us closer to the life we envision. But when we refuse to take action, when we choose to wait, to sit back, to keep dreaming but never doing, that's when our dreams turn into regrets. And regrets, unlike dreams, stay with us. They're the what-ifs that haunt us, the opportunities we missed, the goals we never achieved because we didn't have the courage to act. The world doesn't wait for us to feel ready. Time doesn't stop for us to find the perfect moment. So many people sit back and wait, convincing themselves that they'll act someday, that they'll move forward when the circumstances align. But circumstances rarely align perfectly. There will always be challenges, always be reasons to wait, always be fears and doubts. The truth is, we make the moment right by taking action. We turn possibility into reality by taking that first step, however small. And the more we act, the easier it becomes. Every time we push ourselves to take even a small step, we're building momentum. Momentum leads to progress, and progress leads to results. But none of that happens if we're just waiting, dreaming, and letting time slip by. Without action, dreams don't just remain unfulfilled, they slowly die. They lose their fire, they become faint echoes, reminders of what could have been. And when they turn into regrets, they weigh us down. Regret is a burden because it's too late to go back, too late to take the action we once avoided. Action is what keeps dreams alive, what nourishes them and gives them the chance to grow. And when we take consistent action, no matter how small, we're investing in our own growth, in our own future. We're giving ourselves a chance to live a life without regrets, a life filled with the satisfaction of knowing we gave it our all, that we didn't let our dreams slip away simply because we were afraid to act. Growth isn't supposed to be easy, and it isn't meant to be comfortable. Too often people want change without the strain, success without sacrifice, and growth without stepping outside their comfort zones. But real transformation requires us to push against the boundaries we've set for ourselves. Growth means going beyond what feels familiar, what feels safe, and stepping into the unknown. That's where the magic happens, when you dare to leave the place where everything is predictable, where there are no surprises, where you've done it all before. Discomfort is where we find our true strength because it forces us to confront our fears, our insecurities, and our self-doubts. Imagine a muscle. It doesn't grow stronger by lifting weights it's already capable of handling. It grows when it's challenged, stretched, and even strained. The same principle applies to every area of life. If you're constantly doing what's easy, staying in situations that feel secure, and avoiding challenges, you're not growing. You're standing still. But when you embrace discomfort, when you willingly put yourself in situations that test you, that make you think, that make you adapt, that's when growth starts happening. Growth is uncomfortable because it's forcing you to let go of old habits, outdated beliefs, and limiting mindsets. And it's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to achieve something greater. Many people shy away from discomfort, associating it with pain, with failure, with hardship. But discomfort is a sign that you're doing something right. It's an indication that you're breaking new ground, exploring unfamiliar territory, and expanding your potential. The discomfort is a temporary feeling, but the rewards, the strength, resilience, and wisdom you gain are lasting. Think about it every time you do something that scares you a little. Every time you step outside what's familiar, you're growing stronger, you're building character, and you're preparing yourself for even greater challenges ahead. If you want to change your life, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Embrace the struggle, the challenges, the moments of doubt, because they're shaping you. They're teaching you resilience, patience, and courage. True strength comes from those moments when you want to quit but choose to keep going. And that's the kind of strength that doesn't fade, it becomes a part of who you are. When you look back on your journey, you won't remember the comfort, you'll remember the times you faced fear, embraced discomfort, and pushed through. So, if you want to see real change, be willing to challenge yourself beyond what feels easy, beyond what feels familiar, and beyond what you think is possible. That's where growth and strength truly lie. This is one of the biggest truths people struggle with. So many of us sit around waiting for that right time, that perfect moment when the stars align and everything feels just right. But life isn't like that. There's rarely, if ever, a moment when everything is perfect, when every fear disappears and every doubt fades away. Waiting for the right moment is often just a form of procrastination, an excuse we give ourselves to stay safe, to stay within our comfort zones. And while we wait, life moves on. Time doesn't pause while we wait for everything to feel right, it keeps moving forward. And with each passing day, the opportunity to take action and create change slips further away. Responsibility for our dreams means understanding that it's up to us to act, regardless of the circumstances. If you want to build something meaningful, if you want to live a life that reflects your true potential, you've got to stop waiting for permission, stop waiting for external validation, and stop waiting for that perfect moment. The moment you decide to take action is the perfect moment. Because when you take responsibility, you realize that you don't need everything to be just right, you just need the willingness to start. Taking that first step, even if it feels small or uncertain, is powerful. It's an act of courage, it's a declaration to yourself and to the world that you're committed, that you're ready to begin. It's easy to think I'll do it tomorrow, or next week, or when I feel more confident, but that someday has a way of stretching out indefinitely. There's always a reason to delay, always a fear lurking in the background, always some reason why now doesn't feel perfect. But here's the truth, if you keep waiting for everything to feel perfect, you'll wait forever. There is no right time in the way you might imagine it. The only right time is now, the only perfect moment is the one you decide to take. By starting now, you create momentum. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your dreams. Waiting only breeds doubt, regret, and hesitation, while action builds confidence and purpose. It's easy to imagine that you'll feel ready someday, but readiness is a myth. You get ready by starting, by doing, by showing up day after day. So don't let the idea of a perfect moment hold you back. Embrace the present as your opportunity to take action, to commit to your vision, and to take responsibility for where you want to go. This moment right here is your chance. Don't waste it waiting for something better. Start now. Take responsibility, make a move, and watch as each step you take creates the change you've been waiting for. They see failure as something to avoid, something that defines them rather than what it truly is, a stepping stone on the path to success. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential, it's a natural, essential part of growth. Every time you fail, you gain insight, knowledge, and experience. Each setback shows you what doesn't work and brings you one step closer to discovering what does. When you stop seeing failure as something negative and start seeing it as a necessary part of the process, you free yourself from the fear of trying. Think about it, every great success story is built on a foundation of failures. The people who make it, who achieve remarkable things, aren't the ones who avoided failure. They're the ones who embraced it, who learned from it, who used it to fuel their journey forward. Every time they stumbled, they got back up, wiser and more determined. Failure is the universe's way of testing how badly you want something, of showing you how much strength and resilience you really have. It's easy to keep going when everything is smooth and successful, but it's in those moments of failure, when things don't go as planned, that you learn the most about yourself. Embracing failure means understanding that every setback is temporary. It's a detour, not a dead end. When you hit a roadblock, it's not a sign to give up. It's a sign to adapt, to change your approach, and to keep moving forward. Failure teaches you adaptability, it builds resilience, and it strengthens your resolve. And when you learn to accept failure as part of the journey, you stop fearing it. You realize that failure isn't final, it's formative. It shapes you, it refines you, and it prepares you for the successes that lie ahead. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back from taking action. Understand that failing is far better than never trying. Regret weighs much heavier than any failure ever could. When you reach the end of your journey, you'll regret the chances you didn't take far more than the times you tried and fell short. So embrace failure, learn from it, grow from it, and keep going. Every failure brings you one step closer to your dreams, and every time you rise from a setback, you're proving to yourself that nothing can truly stop you. Many people are driven by motivation alone, that surge of excitement and inspiration that pushes you to start something new. But motivation fades. It's there one day, gone the next, and if you rely solely on it, your progress will be inconsistent, your dreams sporadic, and your accomplishments limited. Discipline, however, is different. Discipline is that steady, unwavering commitment that shows up even when you don't feel like it. It's what keeps you moving forward on days when your energy is low, when distractions are high, and when every part of you wants to quit. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when no one else is watching, and even when the results aren't immediate. It's the quiet force that builds success, not overnight, but brick by brick, day by day. Discipline turns intention into action and action into habit. It's easy to talk about what you want to achieve, to make plans, to dream big, but discipline is what transforms all of that into reality. Discipline is the difference between the person who starts and stops and the person who keeps going no matter the circumstances. Every small act of discipline strengthens your character. When you follow through on your commitments, when you choose to work rather than take the easy way out, you're building self-respect. You're proving to yourself that you can rely on you. And that confidence is unshakable because it's built on consistent action. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up for yourself day in and day out, even when the path feels long, even when the rewards seem far off. When you practice discipline, you're not just working toward a goal, you're becoming the kind of person who achieves their goals. Discipline doesn't mean sacrificing all joy or spontaneity, it means setting boundaries that align with your purpose. It's about having the strength to say no to the things that don't serve your vision, and yes to the things that do, over and over again. Discipline becomes a habit, a way of life, and before you know it, it feels natural. It's no longer a struggle, it's just who you are. And once you have discipline, there's very little you can't achieve. So let discipline be your ally, the silent force that carries you through the ups and downs, the days of doubt, the moments of hesitation. With discipline, you're not just working toward a better life, you're building the strength and resilience to live it every single day. It's often said that we become the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, and there's real truth to that. The people around you have a powerful influence on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your success. They can either encourage you to reach new heights, pushing you to become your best, or they can hold you back, feeding doubt, discouragement, and complacency. Your circle matters. It has the potential to shape your life, to reinforce your dreams, or to stifle them before they even begin. Imagine the power of having people around you who genuinely believe in your goals, who inspire you, who challenge you to rise above your own limits. When you surround yourself with people who uplift you, you find strength in moments of weakness, encouragement in times of doubt, and wisdom when you need guidance. These are the people who won't let you settle for mediocrity, who remind you of your potential when you're tempted to give up. They celebrate your successes without envy and stand by you in your struggles. They believe in you, not because they have to, but because they see what you're capable of, sometimes even more clearly than you do. But it goes both ways. You must also be that person for others. Encourage those around you, celebrate their victories, support their dreams, and uplift them in times of challenge. The people who surround you will often mirror the energy you give them. If you show up as someone who believes in others, who inspires others, and who pushes others to be better, you'll naturally attract people who do the same for you. You'll build a network of people who are invested in growth, in achievement, in becoming more. Letting go of people who bring negativity, who don't support your growth, or who drain your energy is an act of self-respect. It's not easy, and it may require difficult decisions, but it's necessary if you want to reach your full potential. Don't allow yourself to be weighed down by the energy of those who can't see past their own limitations. Seek out those who challenge you, who inspire you, and who remind you of what's possible. Creating a circle that elevates you isn't about exclusion, it's about alignment. It's about recognizing that you only have so much energy and time, and if you want to achieve your dreams, you need to be intentional with both. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your purpose, who push you when you need it, and who celebrate you when you succeed. They'll be your backbone, your sounding board, and sometimes even the voice of reason when you need it most. And when you find yourself among people who truly uplift you, you'll realize that success isn't just about individual achievement, it's about the powerful connections that fuel you along the way. Too often, people think success comes from a single monumental effort, a huge push that gets you to the finish line. But real success, lasting success, is built on consistency. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and making progress step by step. Those small, seemingly insignificant actions, when done repeatedly, compound over time. They may not look impressive in the moment, but they're the foundation upon which greatness is built. Consistency is about dedication, commitment, and a relentless focus on the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to start something new, to feel excited about a fresh goal, but the challenge lies in maintaining that energy, that commitment over days, months, and even years. The truth is, anyone can make a big effort once, but it's the ability to show up day after day through the highs and the lows, the motivation and the monotony, that sets true achievers apart. Consistency isn't glamorous, it's often quiet, unnoticed, and even mundane. But it's powerful because every single action adds up, every single step moves you closer to your dreams. Think of consistency as planting seeds. You won't see results immediately, the growth is happening under the surface in ways that are invisible right away. But with time, those seeds take root, they grow, and eventually they flourish. The same is true for your efforts. Consistent actions may not yield immediate rewards, but they're laying the groundwork for future success. Success isn't about one-off achievements, it's about steady, progressive growth. Consistency also builds discipline, self-respect, and trust in yourself. When you prove to yourself that you can stick with something, that you can honor your commitments, you develop an unshakable belief in your own abilities. This is what separates those who reach their goals from those who don't, the willingness to keep going, even when results seem far off, even when no one else is watching. With each consistent effort, you're building momentum. Each day that you show up, you're making success more inevitable. So remember, it's not the big, flashy moments that define your path to success. It's the quiet persistence, the small actions taken consistently over time. Embrace the process, stay committed to your path, and trust that every effort you make is bringing you closer to the life you envision. Success isn't sudden, it's the sum of all those daily choices, all those little moments of dedication. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and know that with consistency, greatness is within reach.